Today we're going up to Santiago Peak because we have a problem with my modulation monitor, but I have a piece of equipment that's not working right. So let's go and let's go fix it. So what brings me up here today is an issue with our modulation monitor. And our modulation monitor is basically, it's kind of tapped off of the antenna switch that's right here. That goes out to the antenna. And it basically lets us see what our RF signal is doing, making sure that we're not modulating outside of what we should be. So, it tells me all kinds of things, percent modulation, average peak, things like that. So it's a very important piece of monitoring equipment, and from all appearances it looks okay. But there's an audio output of it off the back, and that is what I connect in and send back down the hill to the studio, and I don't know if you can hear this, but
like nothing more than tedious.
It's a lot of hiss in there, and that should not be. And I'm not hearing that in the truck radio. I'm not hearing in the radio back at the studio. So, yeah, we got to figure this one out. So maybe it just needs a reboot. Let's give that a shot. That seems to fix a ton of things these days. That didn't work. It's, rebooting the modulation monitor pieces. So, it might be that the analog Axia node that it goes into, it's an older node, so let me reboot that and see if that fixes it, because that could be the issue. But let's see. That's what it was. So the Axia node, it's like I said, it's old. It needed to be rebooted, so gotta remember to get that replaced soon. It is ancient. Hopefully, in the next few months, we're going to be redoing all of this. I mean, literally, it's going to be take all of this out, put a new cabinet in here, and some things are going back in, and some things are not. So we might need to be looking at new Axia nodes. But anyways, it's back up and running now. So let's do one more thing. That's to update the audio processor. Alrighty, so I'm downloading the update, making sure I have that, going through all these instructions, just to make sure that I, don't miss something. So I'm going to swap the transmitter from listening to the Omnia to listening to the Optimon. So that way I can do maintenance and updates on the Omnia. So let's listen here. Made the swap. Here we go. Choose file. Installation is now in process. It's updating still. Time to power cycle it now. It's finished. It's updated itself. Woohoo! I'm ready to flip this over. Let's bring that up. And activate.
We need to be present as the church. We need to be bold.
All right. So our modulation, we want to try to get as close to 100% without peaking too many times in a minute. So we kind of have an alarm for that. But, if we can get it up there and the audio processor can keep it within check, we're good to go. So let's talk a little bit about modulation. And now every radio station, every FM or AM station is modulating of some sort. Now it could be amplitude modulation like an AM station or frequency modulation like an FM station. So it just depends on which way you're modulating. But both have limits here in the United States. So for FM modulation, you can only go so far away from your center channel. And if you do, if you go outside of that, you start interfering with other users, other stations. And you don't want to do that because they kind of get upset and they call the FCC, and the FCC says, hey, stop it. Usually this comes with a lot of money. So you don't want to over-modulate. Plus, car radios today, they don't let you over-modulate. If you over-modulate, it starts sounding distorted. So you want to stay within your channel, within which you're allowed to modulate. And so that's where you have audio processing and things like Optimod, Omnia, Wheatstone. There's several different audio processors out there. And what they will do is they will let you maximize your loudness while staying within your modulation limits. All right, everything is all configured. Everybody is happy. Except for that Axia node thing. Yeah. But everything else is good to go. So we're going to start sealing things up, packing things up, and heading down. All right, let's hang on a second here. Let's listen to it in the truck before we pack up and head out, because that'd be a little embarrassing. It's working.
Testify of me.
All right, so sounds all right. That just means it's that analog Axia node that I need to replace. All right, well, that was easy. Time to go, head back home, and drive down. Doesn't feel like 100 degrees up here. Warm, not 100 degrees. I don't know. All right, let's go. So the other day, we watched the building that was here and all of its towers get demolished. And this is what's left. Kind of impressive of how well they were able to get this building out of here. You can see one of the tower bases there. Yeah, it was a telephone pole. There's like a retaining wall back there. But for the most part, yeah, kind of impressive. Well, I successfully made it down, and it wasn't without any incidents on the way down. There was, let's see, on the way up, there was a kid who had driven his Tacoma off the side, but he had a tow truck. He was fine. Everything was good. He got his tow truck off, or he got his truck up back on the road and off the mountain. And then there was, on the way down, there was a couple of trucks parked off on the side. And one of them had shredded their back passenger tire. So, yeah, helped them change that. They were unaware of how to change a tire, which is fine. Gotta learn sometime. And fortunately, I have had several experiences changing a tire. So I was able to help them out with that. But kind of goes towards, you know, the thing of when you go off to these random places that's open to the public, you know, look out for each other and help each other out, because, you know, you never know. You might be the one that needs help in the future. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for riding along with me. Thanks for driving along with me, and for going with me to fix that modulation monitor, actually, which ended up being an Axia node. But anyways, thank you for that, for following along, for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, watch some of the other ones, and give this one a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, well, subscribe, because all kinds of cool things that I've got going on this channel, and more to come, especially with winter coming up soon, hopefully. You know, snow adventures are always my favorite. All right, we will see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy.